7:03 on a Wednesday morning. Here we go. It's almost Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is the day. Gonna eat your turkey.
And it's just the two of us here, huh?
And it's just me
Derek.
and you. And Derek's
back here, too.
Derek,
Thank God.
Oh.
You ready? Hi, Derek.
I
You
don't
ready?
know where everybody else went.
You and I are going to harmonize. Here we go. Ready? We're going to say Thanksgiving on the count of three, right? You got to take the high harmony. Ready? 1, 2. Thanksgiving. That's terrible. No, you do great. I love Derek. Everybody say hi to Derek. Derek's a good
Derek's
kid.
The best.
He wants to be in radio.
Guys.
And so he just comes in here and he hangs out with us because he's trying to learn. And I keep telling him he's learning from the wrong people.
He's got to find a better place.
Yeah, do the opposite of everything we do. You might have some success. Hey, lovely Zacho, are you over there talking to me?
No, he's about to. Okay, good time. He just opened the door as you asked for him.
Lovely Zacho?
Yes, sir.
Who's supposed to load in our Jonathan Grenard clips?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who loads in our Jonathan Grenard clips?
Me right now.
Oh, okay, because the one that's in there right now is from last week.
Yep.
Okay,
Loading
cool.
in.
Thank you, buddy.
As we speak.
No problem. Thank you. I just want to check. It's Patrick Morning Show. Sauce is making a 7th Avenue pizza.
Yes.
And I told him something really filthy about his body, and I feel bad about it.
But sometimes the
Your
truth
P word is not
hurts.
good. My apologies.
Well,
It might be.
you might have to explain what P word you meant.
Touche.
Yeah, I made a 7th Avenue pizza. It should be ready in about 10 minutes.
I'm sorry for what I said about your P word.
No, that's okay.
It doesn't sound like it is. Sounds like you're pissed.
I'm not man.
You're not
I
man.
don't have to.
You're not man.
I'm not man. God, are you not so glad that
You're
Corey's
a
not
man.
here right now?
Oh, Corey.
I'm not a woman. I'm 40.
Corey's head's in his hands.
You're a
right
man.
now.
You're 40.
He's got the whole thing in his hand.
Forgot about that.
Got the whole world in my man.
Your mic's on.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Zacho.
Zacho, your
Congratulations
mic's
to
on.
both of you.
You making some new music over
And
there?
also with you.
Wait, did Grim leave?
Yeah, he said
he
he had to leave at
leave at
7.
7.
That's what he said. Yeah.
He snuck right out of here,
He
though. I
left.
didn't even get a
Say
hug.
goodbye.
Damn it.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to the dude's story.
You guys ready for the nudes?
The what?
You know
Sorry.
it.
Whoops. That was loud.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Hi.
Chris Huck.
Brought to you by Car Ponies. I like it a lot.
Very good on Sundays.
Yeah, very good.
Every
Every
day,
day.
bud.
Every damn day.
Yes.
We live
Every
on that in the
damn
fall
day.
here at the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
You got that right. You got that right, buddy. If you're planning on traveling through MSP, you should have already left. TSA officials are expecting record air travel this week at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. This is Jessica Maley. Says the terminals were crowded on Tuesday. They'll be crowded again today. She says the new CT scanners at security checkpoints lead to fewer bag checks, and passengers no longer need to remove liquids or laptops from their bags. I did not know that. I did not know that.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
either. I thought that was only... I didn't know that.
Let's find out more from Jessica Maley.
This Thanksgiving period here at MSP, the whole holiday period, is probably going to be the busiest Thanksgiving period on the record. We might not set any individual records for each day, but as a whole, that Thanksgiving period, I think it'll definitely surpass where we were last year.
There you go. So
I'm so glad I don't have to travel out because I've had the quick flight out after Thanksgiving to get out east. It is a mess, and I take I'm either the first flight in the morning or I take the late flight. Like I don't take the prime flights for that purpose. Try and avoid the congregation, but.
Great song.
Yeah.
It is my favorite Foo Fighters song.
It's top 5 for me. Congregation.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
But it's a mess. So I agree. Stay the heck away from it if you can.
Here's something that I enjoy. There are still people who teach you about etiquette. As Thanksgiving Day approaches, it's a good time to review etiquette for gatherings with family and friends during the holiday. Here's Julie France, the owner of Everyday Etiquette in Forest Lake.
Oh.
I really would like her to come in here and talk to us about how boneheaded we are.
Oh, dear Lord.
That'd be great.
Wouldn't it be great?
Her poor mind would explode.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
I'd like her to listen to the Power Trip for one full week.
Just have her watch us.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Right.
and just take notes. Her carpal tunnel should be writing down the whole
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Think of just have her watch us eat a 7th Avenue pizza.
I'd like her to criticize Corey.
Yeah, she would.
Julie France of Everyday Etiquette in Forest Lake emphasizes the importance of good manners at the celebration. However, she reminds us that as the host of the dinner, it is your responsibility to establish the ground rules.
You control
alcohol levels. You control the conversation, and you can control the environment. It's really up to you. But let's not leave out people because they constantly want to talk politics. We just announced at the start, oh, no, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to stay away from religion. We're going to stay away from politics, anything that is gross. Please don't come to the Thanksgiving table and talk about medical problems, medical issues, what medications you're on. We don't really want to hear about it at the table.
She's basically saying, don't invite Peter Lambert.
Yeah. Or me, because I'm always talking about my boner problems.
Wow. Yeah, you can't help that, though. You do hey, how's everybody doing? I got a bad boner problem.
Yeah. Anybody want the wishbone? Oh, come on. I was just talking about that.
It was a joke.
I'm like Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
D-word downer. That's what they call me. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They call you that?
They do. They don't let me come over anymore. My neighbors I'm talking about.
Poor Hogsteady.
So there you go. Don't talk about your boner problems and don't talk about politics.
Yeah, I love
come on, honestly, don't do that.
She said, don't talk about politics or religion. That's gross.
Yeah.
She framed that they're both gross.
I like her. She needs to come in and help us.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I agree.
A Minnesota man has been arrested after he entered an unlocked home in Rochester completely naked.
What?
He told the residents he needed to use their bathroom. Police say the 29-year-old man was not making any sense and appeared to be high at the time of his arrest.
Way.
What?
Bath salts?
Come on.
Investigators would later find his truck on top of a guardrail at a nearby intersection.
My God.
The naked man was checked out by doctors before being jailed on charges of burglary, DWI, and indecent exposure. I wonder if he was naked before he crashed. I'd like to know the timeline.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Yeah. Did he have clothes on?
Did he hit the guardrail so hard?
Did he have clothes with him, period?
Right.
Yeah, I doubt it. I bet he got into the car nude. Right?
Wonder why you think that?
Man.
I don't know. I mean,
now we need
Corey
here.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
We need a Caniac bet on this one.
I don't know if I would guess that do you hit the guardrail and then say, well, now my clothes have to come off?
Well, here's my thinking on it, and forgive me if I'm
crass.
Forgive me if I'm crass, and if I'm stating what would happen to me. If I crashed into a guardrail and my car was sitting on top of the guardrail, I'd have to remove my clothing because they'd be covered in S-word.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, you'd just probably take off just the bottoms.
No,
he'd get fully nude.
I'm pretty explosive.
Yeah. He would get fully nude.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if he's wasted, he didn't have a seatbelt on, so it's probably all over him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, his mugshot, he is still like...
Do you have a name for me?
Dazed?
Brody Weinman.
Smile on his face.
Weinmann.
He looks like he's having a great time getting arrested, honestly.
He's the happiest mugshot person I've ever seen.
He's got a big old grin on. He looks, I guarantee.
He looks so happy.
You can't find a school photo of that guy looking that happy, I promise.
Well, let me tell you, that guy he's pretty good with himself. He seems fine with what happened. And he's got a giant neck tattoo.
Yeah, that's my point about the school picture.
Yeah. What's his name?
Brody Weinman. Weinmann. And he's
this guy's face sus.
He's got a lady's name tattooed on his neck. I'm going to guess she's not proud of that. But I could be wrong.
Maybe it's his mom.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Don't go into people's houses naked.
Oh, man, he's got a history.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
He's got a... Oof.
Not a good guy, huh?
No, Rochester man was arrested Sunday after he reportedly held a pair of scissors to a 4-year-old's throat.
Ugh. Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's not judge.
Yeah, let's that's why we have the legal process.
At that point, I'm like, but then it apparently left a superficial scratch.
Okay. All right. But what did the 4-year-old do, Zach?
Yes. We don't know the full story.
There is two sides to every story, Zach.
Yeah, we don't know the full story, Zach.
Probably not to that one, actually. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. The USDA is reviewing a complaint against Alpha Genesis Primate Center in South Carolina after, you may remember, 43 monkeys escaped from the facility earlier this month. A few monkeys still on the loose.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, those monkeys, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're having the time of their life.
Yeah.
They're playing Green Day at the top of their lungs right now.
Yeah, great tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sobbing because they're sad about graduating high school. That's what that song. A Never mind. That was bad. I've
Or
wrecked
we
it.
could go with the holiday Green Day stuff.
All of it, yeah. They're pumped.
Yeah.
Trying to understand what you're talking about.
So the song "Time of Their Life" that was like a huge song when I graduated high school.
Oh, okay. So if we had graduated with you, we would have gotten
Yeah,
that.
but like everybody played that. Like that's in like every graduation video ever.
I graduated in 1989.
Okay, anyone post 99 had that song. When did that song come out?
You better go over 95.
Yeah.
It wasn't when I graduated. Came out when I was in college, so like 96, 97.
No, it's later than that.
Later, I think.
Yeah. But anyway,
Well, then why'd you ask me?
my joke was that song was in a lot of graduation videos. That's why I made the graduation joke.
Thank you. I
Sorry,
appreciate the complete
It
explanation.
wasn't great. It was very bad.
No one is winning the Mega Millions jackpot in time for Thanksgiving. There was no grand prize winner in Tuesday night's lottery drawing. So the jackpot rolls over to $514 million. Now you've got my attention.
Ooh, yep.
On Friday. Nobody's matched all 6 numbers since September. So there you go. Now I will buy a ticket.
It's funny, I'm the same way as you are, Hawk.
Yeah.
Like, once it gets too big, I'm like, okay, now.
Now it's worth my
the
time.
200 million, what would I do with it?
Yeah. Now it's worth my time.
But
Yeah,
the big
absolutely.
number, right? Then it's like, all right, I'll throw five
That'd be
bucks.
pretty cool, man. I
Maybe
can't even
10.
imagine.
Winning the lottery would be sweet.
It'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it'd be great.
A lot of people heading out for Drinksgiving. Millions of people. Be careful tonight.
The day is known as Drinksgiving, also Blackout Wednesday.
Whoa,
It's a popular
Jesus.
day to go out and drink as we celebrate returning home, reconnecting with friends, and maybe avoiding family a little bit longer. Police across the country want you to know if you do partake, there'll be increased patrols and DUI checkpoints. Also, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the number 5 pizza eating occasion of the year,
Whoa.
with sales expected to rise about 42%.
Seventh
I'm Bree
Avenue.
Tennis.
Yeah, 7th
Let's
Avenue.
go. We're going to do that in a minute.
I, for the record, I thought I was the only one that called Wednesdays Blackout Wednesdays.
Yeah, but that wasn't the night before Thanksgiving.
No. It was
that was a
every
Wednesday in January. Yeah.
No, it was every Wednesday.
Yeah.
But that was. I've actually never heard it
That
called
sounds
Blackout Wednesday.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
I like Drankson, but blacking out ain't top 5.
Are you going to be
No,
somewhere
yeah.
tonight, Zacho?
No, I'll be at B-52s,
You'll be at B-52s.
for the Wild Watch Party. But
There you go.
yeah, my Black
My, butt
Wednesday, which
Your
is what we
butt
called
reeks?
it.
You're blacked
Blacked,
Wednesday.
blacked out, whatever. Those days I think are finally over. But man, we have good times up in White Bear back in the day.
Good for you.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
good for you.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, you blacked out. You have
From
no
what,
idea.
From what you can remember.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
What,
one
the
one of
pictures
them. One of them, I woke up to a long message
Whoa.
that I sent to a group of people that I have no recollection of, had no recollection of sending.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
that was.
I remember that.
very, very well.
Yeah, I
That's a big
remember.
day for you.
I used to do that every night.
Yeah,
Oh, Lordy. Yeah.
I remember that.
A lot
Zacho.
of apologies.
It's never too late, right?
Never too
Not
late.
too
Never too late.
No.
Never.
too late.
Never.
Yep, that's right. Think about that. It's never too late. Yeah, I remember that day, Zacho.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Remember that? That was a big day for you.
Yeah, then you used to text a group that you shouldn't be texting. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
that was the
same
yeah.
people.
Oh, boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
not good.
Not good.
Way to go, Zacho. Look at you go.
Yeah, look at Hugo.
Look
Great
at
little
Hugo.
town.
Yeah, great
it's
little
just
town.
there.
Yeah, really
Hawk
cool.
loves that town.
I do.
It was
I
there
love it.
last Friday.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Yeah, see?
He just found the right website.
Yeah.
Yep. What's going on?
No, nothing. It's weird though, because like you have to reach. Not everybody does it at the same time, but everybody reaches that age where you're like, I ain't going out tonight on the night before Thanksgiving. It's just like New Year's Eve. It's amateur hour.
Well,
just stay home.
As somebody and everybody who's
Well,
ever been in a
yeah,
band.
yeah,
knows
that's a
this.
great point.
This is the night you make your money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is the night.
yeah. How many of these have you played? Tons.
Oh, yeah. I don't anymore.
All of them?
Yeah,
But
because
people get so drunk. There became, it's weird because what you're saying is kind of true for me in this case. It became, people get so drunk that you could sing happy birthday
yeah,
over and over and over again, and they don't even know what's going on.
yeah,
And I don't have any fun doing that.
yeah,
I don't want people to not be paying attention. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that did change for me. Back in the day, I was just happy to see people jumping up and down. Didn't matter. But now I want them to actually be engaged and be present.
Did they just start requesting the same song like over
Yeah.
and over
Yeah.
and over?
Yeah. You know what happened to me one time? Speaking of blackout drunk, we were playing over here in Hopkins, Main Street.
Oh yeah,
Right?
great spot.
Yeah. And in the third set, because we do 3 sets, which, oh my God. I can't even imagine at this age doing 3 sets anymore. But during the third set, I started drinking Jägermeister. And
aggressive.
In the middle of the third set, we had Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. Now You're Messing with the Son of a Bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I was so wasted. I don't remember this. This is blackout drunk. I was so wasted that I was sitting at the front of the stage, sitting down.
Oh, I remember this story, yeah.
And they were playing the song, and all I kept saying over and over again was, now you're messing the entire song. I didn't do the verses.
Wow. That's great.
I just sat there and sang the chorus to the point where they just stopped playing because I would just sing that.
And you know how many people out there are right along with you?
For sure.
They were loving
God,
it.
I love
That's
this
all
song.
they knew of the song anyway.
Yeah.
But
that's a great bit.
See, that's the one thing that was the one thing I knew, even regardless of how much I was drinking. Jägermeister's always a mind eraser. That stuff. I've always, even when I shouldn't say that. Early on in my problem, I even knew that Jägermeister's trouble.
Jägermeister makes me cry.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. It makes me cry. I don't know why.
He bought, one time, I think it was after we left Elton John, you bought a double Jaeger and Red Bull, and it was $92 at the stand outside of Caesar's Palace.
And I probably tipped the guy.
You did. Yeah, and then I got something, it was like $180 for 2 drinks.
Well worth it.
Yeah. And then he started crying.
I remember we went to, this was years ago. This was before the one that I ripped, but this was probably, 2017, 18. Went to Bon Jovi at the X. We pre-gamed. I had a couple of Yag bombs. And I remember absolutely bawling during I'll Be There.
What
for
is
you.
it that makes you cry?
Why do you cry all the time?
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. Jägermeister makes me
sensitive.
cry. Somebody, we were somewhere, and I'm sure Sarah Jane's listening. She can probably remind me where we were at.
For sure.
I was completely blasted. It was Jägermeister again, and somebody just said, "How's Abigail?" And I started crying.
It was Vegas.
Was it Vegas?
Yeah, when we were sitting in the after. Hockey, you went up to the bar and you bought a round for like 15 people at the Heart Bar.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right.
And then you were sitting on the floor with your Jag and Red Bull. That isn't, for people who are like, yeah, everybody drinks, a Jager bomb. Hockey would drink it as a cocktail.
Yeah.
You would get a big, like, rocks glass full of Jag and full of Red Bull.
Exactly.
And I think it might have been Chrissy Bonus. And you just started sobbing. And then we we didn't find you. And then
that's when I wandered off.
Yeah. And
I went to the one casino, the one hotel that doesn't have a casino.
Didn't the Helversons find you?
They found me at the MGM.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and that was the time your dad had a rough evening.
Yeah, I got a text and a call from Mom, like, is everything, what do I do here?
She was trying to help 2 50-year-old men not pee
Were you
themselves.
both hammered?
Yeah. We were both hammered.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, great times, man. We had a lot of fun times.
Hey, Chris, I'll get here for Jägermeister.
Yeah.
We should go to Hy-Vee.
Let's do that.
We'll collect ourselves and do sports and come right back.
Time now for the Vikings Report, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Linebacker Jonathan Grenard joins the power trip next, thanks to Hy-Vee.
All right, I know it's 7:30, and we got to do sports.
Oh, wow.
But we'll do sports and Vikings news in the next segment, in the same segment, okay?
Sounds good.
Because John Mulaney's bit on blacking out drunk needs to be heard before everybody heads out tonight. Be careful, this is one of the best bits of all time. This is early in John Mulaney's career, and this is all true, by the way. We all know about his issues he's had and how he's done his best to address them, and God bless him. I hope it's going well for him.
Ditto.
This is all true.
Oh, hello, everybody. How are you this evening? All right, let's do this. Thank you for coming to the Saturday show. I'm very glad you're here. I love coming out to clubs and bars on the weekends because nowadays, like, every bar will bust out some crazy drink special, You'll see them advertised. And honestly, most of them are okay, the ones around. They'll be like, bucket of beers or ladies drink free. But then sometimes I'll hear about a drink special that sounds like borderline dangerous. Like my friend will call me up and be like, man, we gotta go to O'Hallogan's tonight. It is nickel shot night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll die if we go to O'Hallogan's. Nickel shot night should be illegal. You know what I used to do, San Francisco? I used to black out drinking every night of the week. That's absolutely true. I used to do that every night. For those of you that don't know what that is, blacking out is when you drink so much that your brain goes to sleep, but your body gets all Eye of the Tiger and Soldiers On.
Oh my God.
That's a good line.
It is.
I used to do this every night of the week. I'm not proud of that fact, by the way. I'm not proud that I blacked out every night. I'm not proud that I saw the movie The Notebook in the theater. But it happened. I can't change the past. It was a matinee, too. It's pathetic. I'll tell you about blacking out. It was always weird when I would go out for the night with, like, some money and black out and wake up with no money. It was even weirder, though, when I would go out for the night with some money, black out, and wake up with more money. Because that means that I earned money.
Brilliant.
That means that I traded goods and or services. Which is scary, but sometimes I'd almost be proud of it, you know? I'd be like, wow, I turned $20 into $100. I am a financial wizard. Like, I would like to give people money advice now, but I don't know how that would go, you know? They would just be like, John, we're looking to get rich quick. And I'd be like, well, have you tried mixing daiquiris with Ambien?
Brilliant.
Oh, man.
They're like, does that work? I'm like, it didn't not work.
I'm telling you, man. And the next part of the bit is another 2 minutes of it. The next part is about when he, you know what? I'm just going to play it. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Again, this is old John Mulaney from, I think maybe his first stand-up special, maybe his second. I don't know. But this is when he was still writing for SNL. And by the way, again, I'll say it again. If you've heard him on podcasts and stuff, this is all true. Like, this is sad. And to be able to turn that kind of sadness into comedy is unbelievable.
I started drinking when I was way too young. I was about 13 when I started. But honestly, that is nothing because I saw a Dateline NBC special about alcoholics, all right? And they interviewed this woman who started drinking when she was 8 years old. When she was 8. It was hilarious. I don't even know what I'd be like drunk at 8 years old. Like my dad comes home from work and is like, so, John boy, what did you do today? And I'm just like, Collie. You did what now? Collie! You know, coloring. Like with a crayon. Well, what did you color? Some big fucking...
Whoa! Whoopsies. I wondered if he cussed in that. I'd be don't worry. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah.
We were all like...
I have my finger on the dumb button.
This is a great bit. The bit's great. I'm like, doesn't he swear?
Well, you might want to throw a warning at me. I don't remember him swearing.
There we go.
But he does this whole bit, man, and then you read about it or you listen to him on podcasts.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, he started drinking at 13 years old and just went through how this guy made it successfully to Saturday Night Live and had such a career. What a fascinating thing.
It's amazing how well some of us can hide it and how functioning we are with it. And the ages that it surprised me a little bit when I was in treatment, how early some people started. The youngest I heard was 7.
Whoa!
And she's pretty sure that she was smoking pot before then.
Holy moly!
But as you can imagine, she doesn't remember.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. Well, like you said, I guess it's never too late, right? I mean, there you go. I mean, think as far down in the dumps as you are at this moment.
Amen, baby.
You never know how far you can rise if you just get help,
yeah.
right? That's really something.
And he's right. Your past is your past.
There you go.
Move forward.
Yeah. I love The Notebook, by the way. I want to go on the record to say top 5 movie all time.
I was going to say, if Nikki was up, she got very offended.
Well, at the fact that he just said the F word, was she offended by that?
Yeah, that he swore.
She's married to me.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, good point.
Come on.
Is she offended by the Sukiana interview that I played this morning?
No, she left her ass off at that, I guarantee it.
Well, since now that I've endangered the FCC license, we should go to break and come back. We will do Vikings news.
See if we come back?
Yeah, thank you. Vikings news and sports at the same time. And again, in Vikings news, a big-time player force goes on the IRR, and that's very, very concerning, especially after what Charge told us during the Charge Challenge.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
About how bad we're going to need a linebacker this weekend. Yeah. So we'll tell you that and more. Saucy with sports after this on your F-word leader, The Fan. The Fan. Welcome back, Patrick Morning Show. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with Fan 5 and then transition into Vikings news.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Hey! Thank you, All Around.
The newest college football playoff ranking was released yesterday. Number 1 is Oregon, 2 is Ohio State, 3 is Texas, 4 is Penn State, 5 is Notre Dame, 6 is Miami, 7 is Georgia, 8 is Tennessee, SMU is 9th, Indiana Hawk fell to 10th, 11th is Boise State, and 12th is Clemson. So you have that going for you. And
You
then
went really quick there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oregon, Ohio State.
Yeah, Oregon, Ohio State.
Texas.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Really?
Miami.
Wow, okay.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
SMU.
Yeah.
Indiana. Boise State. And Clemson. And Clemson plays South Carolina on Saturday at 11 a.m. They play. They are a 2.5-point favorite.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think the best game of the weekend is. Well, isn't the Iron Bowl this weekend?
Yes.
What's the Iron Bowl?
Yeah, and-
It's isn't it
Auburn and Alabama.
Yeah, and I think Michigan, Ohio State's this weekend too. Yeah.
Yeah. Which have you seen the spread on that game, Hawk?
I have not.
Ohio State is a 21-point favorite.
Man, I would definitely take Michigan.
I'll take Ohio State.
All right,
$100
done.
Sweet.
I was going to say, I'd even take that bet. Yeah, like just because it's got to be closer than that. It's too big of a rivalry game.
Michigan's
Yeah, they're terrible.
terrible.
Yeah, but 21 points is
That's what I mean. That's a lot of points. That's what my point is.
Yeah, so there is that. The Gophers battle the Badgers this Friday at 11 a.m., pregame at 9. The Badgers are 2-point favorites, and the over-under is 42.5.
Man, how is the Gopher football season already?
Right. I say
end?
it every year. The fastest season on the planet is college football. It flies by.
3 months.
It just flies by. It starts and we're like, oh, hell yeah. And then you're like, wait, how is it November already?
Yeah.
How about this, Hogs? Mac Brown, the head coach of North Carolina, was fired yesterday after 6 seasons. He was 44-32 at North Carolina, but he will coach this week.
So they gave Mac the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, sort of. Did okay.
The Wolves are in a free fall. They lost 117-111 in overtime to the Rockets. The Wolves were down 19 in the third. They forced OT, but in the fourth quarter and overtime, Anthony Edwards was 0 of 8 for field goals, 0 of 5 for threes, and 1 turnover. The Wolves have now lost 3 straight. They're back at it tonight at 7 as they battle the Kings, who are 8-10. Your Wolves are 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Who are you blaming?
You got the wrong people here to talk.
I think it's a tough mixture. I don't know if that group of players works well. The highlight of last night was Dillingham.
Rasputin.
Was Rod Dillingham coming off the bench. He was great. other than that, they just this group of players that they put together. Dante DiVincenzo, I think, was taken out in the middle of the third, and he did not come back in the game. That's not good. It's just this group of players so far, 17 games into it, does not work well together.
Is it still early in the season?
I mean, it is, but like you're 8 and 9. Like
I don't play at all.
No, there's a lot of people though that say a lot of people don't think the season starts till Christmas, which is about a month from now. Jesus. So we'll see, but I don't know. 8 and 9 after the high hopes we had last season is not a good start.
It's because of Big Cat, isn't it?
I mean, a little of it is, yeah.
It's got to be just like any other pro sports, just like any hockey. Fan bases want trades to work that quick, like when they plug and play, right? That's what they're hoping. But sometimes it just takes a little while to get acclimated.
They're almost a fourth. They're almost. I mean, yeah. The Wild, though.
I'm just saying, give them a little more time.
The Wild are the exact opposite at 13-4-4. They battle the Sabres tonight at 6:00 in Buffalo. That game can be heard right on the Fan. The Sabres are 11-9-1. Zacho.
Yeah, if you were to make a prediction back in August, which team would be? Was it 8 and 9 now, and 13 and whatever we are for 4-4? I think you would have probably had the Wolves and the Wild flip flop there, but they've figured it out. Parrish, I mean, obviously been struggling at home, oddly enough, but when you start as many games in the road, I think the familiarity almost is more on the road than at home.
Yeah, I don't have it right. I'm pretty sure they're 9-1-3 on the road, best in the NHL. It's funny. I've been on teams like that, but when you start on the road like that, there's kind of an instant comfort to that, especially when you get the guys together, get out on the road, you just kind of focus on the game and you start to really build that bond. Even though we have a lot of returning players, there's always new faces, and you kind of got to get everybody together. And fighting for the same goal. I mean, there used to be a kind of a what we used to say in the NHL back when there was a little bit more going out and partying on the road and everything is that, you learn to play with each other on the ice, you learn to play for each other off the ice.
That's very good.
So there is something to be said about getting on the road and getting with the boys and just growing that camaraderie. But that being said, the Wild are playing great. Even though their Wild or home record doesn't looking great, they're still playing very, very well there. They've found a lot of confidence in their game, which is great. Obviously, with Gustafsson up there with the best goaltenders in the league, Kaprizov coming back and being healthy right away. It does not look like they're going to be slowing down at all because they played incredibly well for the first 2 periods of that Winnipeg Jets game. Did more than enough to earn a win. Unfortunately, Hellebuck was that good, and it didn't seem to bother anyone. John Hines, I loved what he had to say after the game. The players, everybody just was. They were already focused and took their lessons and move it on to Buffalo, which is exactly what you want to hear, and take care of business out there against those youngsters. Be careful. Stay disciplined. Stay off the power play. Don't give them any power play. That Tage Thompson can fire the puck from anywhere. And, slow that Jason Zucker guy down, hamstring him or something. But besides that,
Week 13
should be just fine.
Starts tomorrow with a Thanksgiving triple header.
News on the Power Trip, presented by
Truck Accessories Pro. Thank you, Radco. Continue.
Lions host the Bears. The Lions are 11-point favorites. Game time is 11:30. The 2-9 Giants battle the 4-7 Cowboys at 3:30. Dallas is a 4-point favorite. And then Miami at the Packers, and your Packers are 3-point favorites. All of these games can be heard right here on this station.
Yeah. Is there one that's you're looking forward to more than the others?
Yep. The 9-2 Vikings battle the 6-5 Cardinals on Sunday at noon. Pregame at 10. The Vikings are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 46.5.
Is there a game tomorrow you're looking forward to more than the others?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a segue to get me to talk about the Vikings.
Yeah, the Gophers are playing the Badgers on Friday.
That went right over my head. Well, I mean, in my household, it's the Packers and the Dolphins. But
that actually could be a good game after what we saw the Dolphins last week.
I mean, the Lions will blow the doors off the Bears. The Giants-Cowboys game is hideous.
Yeah.
The over-under for that is 37.5.
Yeah, if you're like the rest of us and normally just consumed by watching the Vikings and you finally get an opportunity to watch the Lions play somebody tomorrow,
yeah,
you're going to be knocked out.
They're going to put on
probably
a
little
clinic.
depressed.
They're so good.
They're so good.
But yeah, the Packer-Dolphins game will be great. Although the Dolphins don't really beat good teams, and the Packers just destroyed the 49ers.
Who aren't very good right now.
Yeah, I was going to say without Purdy.
You know what's weird, though?
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be here or not, I'm shocked we haven't heard any Daniel Jones news. I'm shocked he hasn't picked a team yet.
I wonder if that was all subterfuge or just people making things up. The one article I read yesterday made it sound like he'd be on the practice squad today.
Yeah, same.
For our practice squad.
I thought the same thing. I thought he would have been announced as the Vikings are signing Daniel Jones to their practice squad last night. There were people, I'm sure the same things you read, that were like, this is about as close as it possibly is to happening, and it hasn't yet.
Yeah.
And I think when KOC said during his press conference, you know, how big of a fan he is of Daniel Jones, I think that was a little bit of wink, wink at him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think I know he's not going to play, and I know he's going to be probably the backup to the backup, but I think he would just want to see how KOC operates as a head coach and just to see if there's any magic for Daniel Jones.
And maybe show how good of a guy he really is to a guy who might be a future head coach in Brian Flores. You are correct. Very good point. The Vikings placed Ivan Pace Jr. on the IR with a hamstring injury, We will get our first injury report today. They also activated Gabe Murphy off IR. Yeah. And what, Jamin Davis to the 53-man roster. He was a Commander's first-round pick a while back. So he was on the practice squad somewhere until yesterday. So that is that. So, you know, we'll get our first injury report today. We'll see what that is, and we'll move forward, and they should handily beat the Cardinals on Sunday. Huh? I mean, the Cardinals are 6-5, but man, the place on Sunday, US Bank Stadium, is going to be jazzed for this game. It's the first time they've been there in a long time. It's their first home game in 3 weeks. People are going to be pumped. And it's going to be loud, and the Vikings, with Sam Darnold, I think have found something. Now, it'll be closer than we think it is, but yeah, I think it'll be a great game. Good.
Sauce, who do you think Jamin's parents' favorite musician was?
Bob Marley.
There you go. Good. He be jamming.
Yeah. Great song. Thank you. But yeah, what do you think, Hogs?
I think it's probably Bob Marley, yeah.
No. About the game.
I'm worried about it, but it's just because I don't know much about that squad, and I hate running quarterbacks.
He's good
against any defense.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, slow down.
Well played.
Yeah.
He's good.
It drives me crazy, especially without Pace out there to chase him down.
Yeah.
So we need a big game out of his backup. You know, we're going to have somebody step up and play well. We saw how big of a difference it was when Cashman came back. I don't think it's as big a drop off when Ivan Pace is gone, but still, it's a big drop off. I'm a little worried about that. That said, what you said is really true. We've seen our quarterback really have a great couple of weeks, and I still say it's been underreported just how good he's been the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's been very good. Last week he was great.
That overtime drive.
Yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, I forgot to even tell you this. I looked at Jared beside me right before we went to overtime, and I go, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I get it.
It's 3 road games in a row. Yeah. I am burnt to a crisp, and we're about to lose this damn game.
And you've been there since 6:45
forever.
In the morning.
And 27 seconds left in the game, we had a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
And we're about to lose in overtime. When they won the toss, I looked at Jared. I go, I just want to go home.
It's over.
Yeah.
You just wanted somebody to score quickly.
Right.
Yeah, get it over with quick.
And then dude takes a bad sack, obviously, thanks to Jonathan Grenard and yada, yada. But that drive that he put together, those throws.
Yeah.
I mean, and wasn't one of them on like a third down?
Yeah. The one to
Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, those were strikes, man. It's great to see him play well like that, and especially in a situation where all hope is lost.
Well, and I also think the one thing you can say about Sam Darnold through this season with KOC is, it says a lot that they have so much confidence in him. And I don't know if he's ever had that in a head coach.
Yeah.
Because when you pick a guy as high as you do, and then about 6 weeks in, it's like any business, though, and especially this. Like 6 weeks into the NFL, and this guy hasn't really, with the Jets, hasn't picked it up yet. You start to worry. Then you start to worry as a head coach and a GM, we're going to lose our job because this guy isn't good, and then everybody loses confidence in you. KOC knows he's going to be here for a long time. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL, and he's never wavered on his confidence in Sam, and I think that's helped Sam a ton.
9-2.
9-2.
9-2.
9-2.
Which would be a giant story if the Lions weren't 10-1.
Right. Yeah. They're 9-2, and they won the game last week with a guy up to this season who nobody thought was any good, and they won the game with a third-string quarterback. Oh, no, Mr. Fun's here.
Look at this.
I know these two.
We got special guests in the studio. We'll tell you who when we come right back. It's Power Trip Morning Show, 7:57. Wednesday on the Fan. Stick around, everybody.